What do missiles, forests, aeroplanes, minerals, Atlantic Ocean, earthquakes and petrol have in common? It's GPS or Global Positioning System, which is a commercially viable technology poised to invade all walks of life, including your cell phone and now your body too. Surprised? Global Positioning System is the new space age technology to interpret any geographical data visually anywhere on the Earth, in the skies and deep down in the ocean or the bowels of the Earth. It will exactly tell you at what longitude, latitude and height you are at any time, in any weather, anywhere on the Earth. Navigation in 3 dimensions is the primary function of GPS. We can now relate economic activities to digital maps. GPS satellites are continuously monitored by ground stations situated worldwide. The satellites transmit signals that can be detected by anyone with the GPS receiver. Navigation receivers are made for aircrafts, ships, ground vehicles, and for hand carrying by individuals.
GPS is Global Positioning System, and this is the threshold technology. It is used to get anyone's position in latitude, longitude and height, and this has become an indispensable tool in this millennium. This is the handheld GPS receiver. It is used to estimate the position of any person who doesn't know the coordinates. For example, now my position is, by using this GPS, is 17 degrees 24.57 minutes north and 78 degrees 33.23 in east. Elevation is 534 meters. See, like this, using this handheld receiver, anybody who is traveling in the desert or traveling in the ship or moving in the aircrafts, they can make use of this handheld receiver to get their position estimated. From this size of handheld, all of us will have the GPS watches.
In 1986, when Dr. E.C. Malaimani took up GPS studies for her research work, no one was aware of GPS in India. Realizing its importance and applications, she is the first lady scientist in India to establish GPS at NGRI, or the National Geophysical Research Institute, Hyderabad, in 1994, when she was deputed to work on an Indo-German project.
Initially, I was involved in a project where I had to estimate the very long baseline between 2 stations which are located in different plates, whereas that particular project could not take up. By then, this GPS was in the frontier field and I was the only engineer who can handle it. So that responsibility was given to me.
Dr. Malaimani is currently the project leader of GPS studies at NGRI. From project planning to execution, delivering lectures and guiding students from electronics and communication engineering, Malaimani stands out as an exception in this woman-starved field, especially in the year 1981, when she was the only lady engineer to join as a scientist at NGRI.
Right from the beginning, I am interested in taking up a lot of activities, and now as a project leader I am able to execute it. Earlier I was getting instructions, now I am able to plan, execute and then interpret my results. So I am very happy to carry out the responsibilities.
NGRI plays a pivotal role in the exploration for hydrocarbons, minerals, groundwater resources, engineering geophysics, geodynamics, and seismology. The first GPS installed here looks huge and outdated compared to the present sleek and compact GPS permanent tracking station. Continuous data analysis, data archiving, and data transfer is monitored round the clock at NGRI. Dr. Malaimani is the first Indian to be awarded a doctorate degree by the University of Bonn, Germany for her thesis, Estimation of Very Long Baselines by GPS Geodesy for Indian Plate Kinematics.
In this Indo-German project, I was involved right from the beginning. We installed the station, collected the data, I went to Germany, processed, then brought the results. And like this, for 5 years, I was continuously working on this. And at the end of the 5th year, we could estimate the Indian plate movement with respect to the Hyderabad GPS station. We have found out how GPS can be used for crustal deformation studies, and then actually that work only has resulted me in getting the award as well as to become the project leader.
The theory of plate tectonics explains that the Earth's crust is moving in vast, rigid sections called plates. When these plates collide against each other over fault lines, then earthquakes occur. GPS is used to measure the deformations happening after an earthquake. In the year 1996, NGRI established a permanent GPS station at Maitreyi in Antarctica to understand the driving mechanisms of the Indian plate movement in the Indian Ocean. Right now, you're constantly moving towards the north, unawares. Malaimani had a checkered career. Having graduated as an electronics engineer from Guindy, Madras, she was selected as a lecturer in her own college. Later, she worked as head of the department at a women's polytechnic in Madras. Not satisfied, she wanted to do something bigger and better.
When I was teaching, suddenly I felt that I am capable of something more, and I wanted to do something better.
Malaimani had the honor of being invited by Dr. Abdul Kalam to present a lecture to scientists at the Interim Test Range Balasore to explain the application of GPS for missile launching and tracking in the year 2002. Her husband, Dr. N. Ravi Kumar, is also a scientist and her colleague in the same field, which is quite rare. He is extremely proud to be working with such a successful wife.
Only because of my family support, I am able to achieve whatever I have achieved so far.
Working with male colleagues can be quite daunting at times. Yet, Malaimani always got their respect, cooperation, and admiration for her single-minded dedication and willpower.
Male colleagues treat me on par with them. Here there is no discrepancy, and since as far as the research activities go on, male and female we consider as equal, and they give me as they treat me as their friend and leader.
Right now, out of 200 scientists, there are only 12 women scientists. Why don't we find more and more women joining this field?
Well, most of the women feel the kind of activities or work in NGRI, it involves field oriented. And normally girls or women, they want to have some cozy type of work. They want to come to the office and then work in the computers and then they want to go away. Whereas this involves lot of field activities. So actually this particular scenario what you are referring, it is the scenario some 5-6 years back. Whereas now, right now if you see in the institute, there are a lot of girls who have joined as research scholars. They want to do this kind of work, so they are getting into this field.
She is a much sought after lady when it comes to GPS applications for civil purposes. Recently, in collaboration with the Airport Authority of India, she established a GPS reference station at Hyderabad Airport by designing the coordinates. Similarly, the Delhi Transport Corporation approached her for vehicle tracking and navigation.
GPS is used in many applications. One of the applications is for any site selection for NGRI surveys. For example, to find out the groundwater, people go and do some surveys. So to locate their position accurately, GPS we are going to take up, number one. Second, this seismic surveys. Wherever they are going to install the seismic stations, prior to that they want to know the locations properly, so GPS will be used. And again, even in Hyderabad, to find out the bus movements, Hyderabad APSRTC, they have contacted us, so we are going to help them using GPS to locate their transport movement. And this same application we want to help in police control, wireless control, that department also has approached. Then the other important work which we are going to do is AP Transco.
Though GPS was originally meant for the US defense operations, now it has many civil users worldwide. Launching of satellites, spacecraft tracking, civil aviation, oceanography, military planning and operations, creating precise and up-to-date digital maps of towns, cities and regions, utilities management like groundwater, pipelines, power and communication cables, sewerage, road alignment, agriculture, natural resources management of water, forestry, soil and minerals, management of mines, disaster management and emergency services like the police, fire, coast guard, etc. are some of the applications. The future of GPS is as unlimited as your imagination. New applications will continue to be created as the technology evolves. The GPS satellites, like handmade stars in the sky, will be guiding you well in the 21st century. Dr. Malaimani perhaps never imagined when she took up GPS studies way back in 1986 for her research work that it can have so many applications in trying to meet the global demands. GPS technology requires the vision of professionally trained men and women to create many useful and profitable enterprises.